6 ways to non-dual, unselfish. So this is all in a series I'm doing on the intersection of non-duality and native wisdom. And it's important to kind of watch the series in order. You'll find it on my channel on YouTube, and you'll also find it on my website in order as I'm putting it together. And this particular video goes along really well with the one that I did yesterday, which was 6 steps to non-dual and about adding. Because we started seeing in that video how our innate selfishness is actually what causes our division, and how that selfishness, starts turning into self-importance in our mind. But it can be a really good step towards reaching this non-dual state, a state where you are not separate from everything else, if you acknowledge your selfishness. Not only does all human beings have like an innate selfishness, because we have hunger, we have all sorts of things. Not only do we have this innate selfishness, but it is possible to enhance that selfishness throughout our lives by the way that we're taught and we're raised. You can be raised, literally raised, to be less selfish. You can be raised in a way that makes you more and more selfish. Got to get everything yourself. Nobody's going to do anything for you. You can become more selfish. But this is what's cool about selfishness, is even though it's an innate aspect of being a human being, it can be learned. Anything that can be learned can be unlearned. So just we tend to get an emotional attachment to this. I'm not selfish. Yeah, you are. We all are. Disassociate yourself from that crampy emotion around selfishness and just admit, yeah, I'm selfish. It's a degree. And there are probably times in your life where you're more selfish, and probably times when you're less selfish. There could easily be various people that you hang out with that makes you more selfish and makes you less selfish. So just look at this as just a learned behavior. Start moving yourself in every way that you can out of selfishness and towards non-selfishness. And it's just simply when you notice that you're always thinking about yourself, add something else in. Sometimes it's too hard to do this with other people because everybody else is selfish as well. And depending on how close you're hanging out with other people and what's going on, if you try to live a life that's very unselfish, you can just get totally used and abused, right? Because everybody else is selfish. So maybe start doing it with a puppy. Dogs, right? They just love us no matter what. A good example of a non-selfish being. Trees, plants. Start tending a garden. Work on your yard. Maybe just simply clean your kitchen. That's a non-selfish act, right? Doing something. Do small little things for people as much as possible. Open the door for somebody. Smile and say hello. Sometimes just that little unselfish act can just mean a ton for somebody that you don't even know. Walking down the street, give them a smile. Hello. It's an unselfish act. So just start working on your own selfishness, because there's a magic point where you start realizing, oh, I am part of this living being that's going on, that's humanity. And with the world makes a huge difference in what is going on around me. And so an inner soul can grow out of us by simply focusing on unselfish moments throughout our day. And the more we do this, just the more we relax into being a human being. I mean, there's so many things. Pick up the phone, make a phone call to somebody, send a letter, send a postcard to somebody. There's just so many little unselfish acts we can do. And as we do these things, we bloom as a human being to the point where enlightenment itself, the non-dual state itself, is the state of total unselfishness. Because this false self, the thing that we're constantly trying to protect when we're being selfish, that has fallen away. And we are nothing but the actual person that we are, living our lives. There's not two of you, there's just one. Selfishness always is around division. There's me and there's you. There's this and there's that. There's me and there's mine. Or just the total integrated self.